So this is how I test the AC compressor on a 2014 Honda. So before I put in the replacement compressor, I have to make sure that the clutch works. So I disconnected the connector there, put on the leads here, and then the ground. The ground is here to the body. The body of the alternator. And then when you move this pulley around, it should be loose. Yeah, you could like move it. Now if I turn on the compressor, look at this. Yep, the clutch actually goes with it. Or best way is to like take out the ground. You take out the ground, still working. I disconnected both. No connection now. So yep, I think I still have a ground connection even though it's not connected. Probably from the body. But yeah, right now it's good. So if I put it this way, positive connector here. See that? It's hard to rotate this pulley. In order to remove the AC compressor, we need to take out the connector, this one. So you just press on this tab over here, and then there are 4 bolts holding the compressor to the engine block. So there's one over there, over here, and then down just 2 also. So you probably need to access it down below, remove the cover there, and then we need to remove the serpentine belt. And then that this one is the number 17 hex bolt that we need to put in our wrench, long wrench, and then you have to like pull it forward to loosen the belt. I think we need to remove the fan too, so these 2 bolts over here needs to be removed. Then there's a connector here for the fan that I think the connector is down there over here. So I got the belt out by just using the number 17 wrench. Actually it's an open box wrench. So yep, just do that and then it will get loose. You'll lose it from the idler pulley. Idler pulley is this one. This pulley over here. This pulley. Yep. It's gonna be tough to do it on the alternator because the tool is on the way. And then you just leave the tool out there. You're gonna need it. Then I have to slide out the reservoir tank. It just slides up. It's there. There's no bolts or screws holding it. It's just like this slide. And once it's down here, just put it on top. And then basically this one has no there's no refrigerant already, so it's actually safe to like loosen the pipes there, the AC pipes for the low pressure and high pressure. It will not destroy the ozone layer because there's really nothing in there. Typically you would go to a shop to have it evacuated first before loosening those connectors. So you got the you need to take out this hoses, the connector over here and the one over here on this side. So I'm not so sure. I think it's accessible just over here. I need to take the fan out first. So the fan is just 2 bolts, number 10. Take it out and then we got the fan out, the connector. Put it here. Ooh. So the two AC compressor bolts can be accessed down here near the oil filter. Yep. So it's a number 10 bolt. So I got one of the bolts loosened. They will not completely go out because it hits the subframe. But it's okay. It's already loose from the engine. Okay, now removing the bracket that holds the pipe. Now I'm taking out the low pressure line. It's a 10 mm. There goes the line. You can put it up here, and I'm just gonna put it back. Oh. Now I'm going to take out the one of the 4 bolts that pulls into the engine. It's number 12. Yep. So if this one I could get through it, then we'll do the other one. I already loosened it, so this one is still tight. Okay, now I got the air compressor loose from the engine. So yep, I could now actually rotate it. Yep, I could rotate it and then open this up easily. This is very corroded and it's really hard to take out, so you just take your time slowly. It's tough to get out, but yep, just need to do it slowly. I'm sliding out the AC compressor. So you really need to take the fan. So I'm currently draining the oil that is in the system. So I think it's like 2 ounces of pug oil. I think it's 2.3 something or 2.5. So I'm gonna add the same amount. It's really not much oil in there. So this is the oil that's left in the compressor. So I'm just gonna put in the same amount, or maybe just a little bit more of this. So yep. Yeah, too much is actually bad. It will not cool efficiently. So this is the oil that I'm going to add. Yep. Almost the same amount, just a little bit more. Pour it here. So now this is ready to be put in, and just the compressor is in. Now I'm going to put back the hoses, the pipes. Before putting in the pipes, you need to coat the O-rings. I'm just reusing the O-rings. They're still in good condition. I'll just put a refrigerant oil in there so that it will go in easily. So I got all 4 bolts bolted in. Put this bracket back. Yep. The bracket back. It's hard a little bit. I'll put the connectors back in first. Yep. Got the bolt back in, and the connector. And then we're gonna put the serpentine belt back. So I got the belt back in, and just going to return this one, coolant reservoir, and then the fan, and then we're done. But well, we need to still recharge it. But I'm going to vacuum it first, see if it holds vacuum, and then that's where we're going to charge it. This is me vacuuming the system before putting in the charge. I think it takes in like 16 ounces of R134A. So that's pretty much roughly like a 1 1/3 of a can. So yep, not that much for a Honda. I think the Toyotas have the same volume too. So this one has been running for almost 15 minutes, and it has like yep, minus 30 inches of mercury. So we're gonna let it run for another hour and see what happens. So the vacuum pump is turned off, and what I'm trying to do now is basically wait for this wait if the vacuum is actually holding up. If it's holding up, you mean the dial doesn't go to zero, it means that we don't have leaks. But if it goes down to 0 or say 20, then we have a leak and we have to redo everything that we did. So far it's been doing fine. And if you want to know what kind of refrigerant, it's under the hood. So this one takes like 16.8 ounces. Minimum is 15. Yep. So it's 1348.